used to listen to, bro. I like this one. Alright, guys. Welcome to Survivor Runeterra, Season 4, Episode 7. This title is called Reforged. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. We got 11 contestants left in the game. We're going to go ahead and name them off for you. That is Braum, Gwen, Poppy, Zyra, Nyla, Misfortune, Lux, Zeri, Viego, Zillion, and Pike. One of these 11 contestants is your Survivor winner. Who is going home tonight? That is the question. Looking at the Gaia tribe, we have an interesting dynamic. So in last week's episode, the tribe was split down the middle, and half of them were sent to tribal council, while the other half were sent back to camp safely. The 6 that are safe from last week's tribal were Zeri, Poppy, Zillion, Lux, Nyla, and Viego, which left these 6 over here to vote themselves out, basically. We'll vote one person out. They ended up having Misfortune, Gwen, Braum, and Pike come together and vote out Samira, who was working with Zyra. And now Zyra is basically on the outs against these 4. And these 6 are still in the game. So all these relationships are going to collide back into each other. And we're going to get a whole new tribe dynamic very quickly. So let's go ahead and read and see what's going on with some of the contestants, guys. We're going to hear from Zeri. And Zeri says, Samira going home with no way for me to help her is hard. Misfortune better keep one eye open because I'm coming for her next. So Zeri knows Misfortune was shot calling that kill on Samira, and she knows that because she was trapped over here with these 6 on the winning tribe, that she wasn't able to save her friend, and that's why Misfortune took the shot. Well, Zeri's not fucking around, dude. She's coming for your biscuits. She has a conversation with Viego, and she says, hearing them throwing your name around camp so brazenly, do they really think they can act like that? And Viego says, you're a good person, Zeri. Braum and MF are too powerful for me to defeat on my own. I respect your game for coming to me with this. And Zeri says, you and me, homie. I'm not letting them throw you away. So Zeri sees them just basically targeting Viego blatantly out loud, walking around camp being cocky the way Braum and MF have been the last few weeks now. And it's time for a bit of a fucking reality check. And I think Zeri is the one who's going to try to lead the charge on this. So she approaches Viego, who's on the outs, who's on the bottom. You know, he's the next big target, right, of this group, it seems like. And she's going to try to save him. She has a confessional. She says, call me a villain, I guess. I'm sympathizing with the diminished Viego. Braum and MF are so-called nice guys, but their gameplay is so cutthroat. I want to see them scramble real bad. So she wants to see fucking MF and Braum go down, son. Will she get her wish? We'll have to find out. But right now, all you guys need to know is that she is officially starting an alliance with Viego. Poppy, again, new splash art. We've never seen this before, this version of her. She says, my argument with Nyla has me realizing how similar our games have been so far. It's time I reforge, she used the title of the episode, I reforge my gameplay and break bread with my fellow peers. So, if you look so far at Survivor Runeterra, there have been a lot of confessionals from certain faces. I would say Zillion's gotten a lot of screen time. I would say Poppy's gotten a lot of screen time. I'd say Braum's gotten a lot of screen time. Pike, Gwen, MF, like Zyra. But then there are a few people on this beach who really haven't gotten that much screen time. I lied. Poppy hasn't gotten that much screen time. She's kind of been on the bottom. Lux, Nyla. So I'm hoping to shed some light on these characters. Zeri. I want you guys to see more of them, especially last week when all 6 of these guys kind of put on the shelf. You know what I mean? So she's going to break bread and try to make new allies because she doesn't want to work with Nyla anymore because she thinks her and Nyla's gameplay is too similar. She says, my story's always been about resilience. I stand behind my friends no matter what and strike down anything that gets in my way. In order to stand out, I need to take down the majority that's been running the past few tribals. So she is hoping to come after the majority, which sounds like she wants to go after MF and Braum. Which is, everybody's got MF and Braum on the kill list right now. It's kind of nuts. Get a confessional. This is from Zillion. It's kind of hard to tell because there's a lot of characters on this picture. But it's Zillion, and he says, I've garnered the majority alliance, the Ravu 4 with Braum and MF. Together, we will plan to take Viego off the board. So he believes that all of Green are still working together, and he also believes that he can just rope in MF and Braum and keep everybody together to take off Viego. And this is something a little different. I like that the characters are becoming more three-dimensional. We're learning all sorts of interesting new details every week. And this week, Zillion reveals that he's kind of having nightmares. He says, advantages have been haunting my dreams. I must find another, and I must do it quickly. So he fucking loves idols, and he's already used one in this game. He's already used an advantage. He had his idol stolen, and he used an advantage to bring himself back, basically. And then Set went home like a week later. So he's just all about advantages, and that's basically how he wants to win the game. So he goes to go look for idols, and Zyra catches him. And she says, looking for idols? Fear not, old man. We can look for them together. And he goes, you continue to surprise me. So Zyra and Zillion all of a sudden might be having an alliance forming here based on their mutual interest in looking for idols. Or this might go negative, and they might try to turn on each other because they don't trust each other. Who knows? Move on to Pike. Pike says, I can honestly say after last night, I'm tired. This game continues to beat me down day after day. It makes me sick to even think about Gwen. Does she still have my back, or am I drowning in disillusion? And, yeah, man. Pike, man, he's a grizzled warrior. He's a seasoned vet at this point. He's done a lot. He's seen a lot. He's been blindsided. He's been in the majority. He's fucking used idols to save Gwen, and now Gwen's betrayed him, and he's just come so far, bro. And like, I don't know if he sees himself winning the game anymore like he might have a few episodes ago. I think he's starting to lose hope a little bit. And we get a conversation of Nyla and Pike. Definitely not Graves, right? Definitely not Graves. No, it's Pike. And she says, I'm worried about you, Pike. If I'm correct, you were blindsided last Tribal Council by Misfortune. She's a tough player. And Pike says, Zyra walked away. Gwen is a traitor. Tika Tribe is no more. Thank you for checking in on me. Nyla offers her condolences. You kind of see her playing a different game now. All of a sudden, she's not worried about tribal lines, and she's just trying to be there for Pike, because it's not Viego that she sees on the bottom. It's Pike that she sees on the bottom. And Pike kind of brushes her off a little bit. He kind of talks about how he doesn't trust Zyra or Gwen or Tika Tribe, but he does say thank you for checking in on her. Pike goes to Viego and he says, I'm calling a ceasefire. I need you, Viego. We need each other. I lay down my knife and proclaim myself to winning this game with you. So he's calling Viego his number one ally, like out loud to his face. And Viego's like, we will kill each other someday. Today is not that day. The ceasefire ends when Brahm and MF are sitting on that jury. So for now, the two boys who have been enemies all season are actually going to work together to try and take out Brahm and MF. Holy shit. And if it works, if both of them end up going home, then the Viego-Pike Civil War can officially begin, ladies and gentlemen. Nyla, she says, visualizing how I will make it to the end requires a steady hand. I can't be too hasty to dismiss those on the outs. As long as they are in this game, they are still valuable. And she's talking about how she wants to work with players who are on the bottom. I like how she talked about a steady hand. It's kind of like a quote from her as a character, from her original quotes. And yeah, man, Nyla is playing an interesting game. She's kind of been quiet thus far, but now she's starting to turn on the gas a little bit as we get closer and closer to the finale. Nyla talks to Brahm. She says, Viego is building one final stand. It's not we should tonight. We need to get him out of here. And he says, I couldn't agree more. Who else can we bring into the fold? I can talk to Poppy. Can you talk to the other Tikas? And she says, on it, boss. So Nyla has seemingly synced herself up with Brahm and MF and is looking to get Viego out of here. She wants Viego gone. She's trying to scoop up Viego's old allies by helping with Poppy. If anything, Nyla might be the biggest threat to Viego's game yet, since this game has started. And we get Misfortune, and she says, Silas, Set, and now Samira. I've collected quite the kill list. I've taken this ship hostage. Anyone who refuses to call me captain can get their torch snuffed. She's talking her shit, guys. She doesn't give a fuck. And she's mentioning out loud, she claims, I'm so lost. Why are you lost, Rayler? What's wrong? Let me fill you in, brother. What are your questions? I'm just going through the confessionals and the conversations right now of the first part of the trial, the first part of the day. It's longer than normal. Yeah, it is a fan fiction. It's not real. It's have you never seen Survivor Runeterra? I can explain it. Basically, it's the hit reality show Survivor, like the American reality TV show Survivor, mixed with champions from League of Legends, but instead they're not champions, they're contestants. So they're still Hope Not Wattpad. I don't know what that means. It's just a project that I make. I like Survivor. I like League of Legends. I came up with this idea like a few years ago, and I've made a couple seasons in the past, and people have watched them, and they think it's fun. It's Survivor 100%. The only twist is that the contestants have the personalities of characters from League of Legends. They don't have any like superpowers. They might have their physicality, they might have their brains. You know, like they're gonna be Brahms gonna be jacked. You know, Viego's gonna be deceptive as fuck. Pike might be really good at swimming challenges, or MF might be a leader, things like that. So they have to live on a beach together and work together to vote out people to try and make it to the end so that they can win the game. Yeah. So let's move on, shall we? So MF says she's talking about her kill list. She's getting really powerful in this game, guys. She has eliminated Silas, Set, and Samira. She has been on the right side of the vote. She has been the shot caller. She might be the most powerful person in this game right now, is Misfortune. And the other half for Alliance and Braum is terrified. He says, feeling the heat around camp, I've got to say... Oh, I didn't realize I had a pencil in my ear, lol. Feeling the heat around camp, and I gotta say I feel bad. Steering the past few votes has put a huge target on my back. I gotta lay low and hopefully pin all this heat on someone else. So whereas MF is like, nah, bruh, bring it on. I like the fucking attention. I like being the fucking shot caller. Brahm's like, okay, we might have fucked up a little bit. Maybe we should calm down just a little bit. We get a conversation between Brahm and Poppy, and he says, we need to get Viego out. He doesn't ask, he tells her. And she just goes, yeah, Viego's a good target. But look at her face. Look at her fucking face. Brahm's kind of being a dick, dude. Poppy says, so I guess that's it. I guess any alliance or friendship I had with Brahm is gone. Damn, just off this one toxic conversation. And the fact that Brahm has not been really playing the game with Poppy anymore. He's been exclusively playing the game with MF, and he really hasn't been treating her like an ally. He's just been treating her like a number. And she says, barking orders is not the friend I made back on Ravu Beach on the first day. He's let that red-headed witch corrupt his good heart. She will meet my hammer. Holy shit, so Poppy's coming for MF now. So there's a lot of people coming for people. You got Nyla coming for Viego. You got Pike and Viego wanting to take out Brahm and MF. You got Zillion and Zyra starting to team up. You got Pike exhausted and kind of wanting to go after Gwen. You have Poppy no longer trusting Nyla. You have Viego and Zeri teaming up to try and maybe take out MF and Braum. There's a bunch of names being thrown around right now, and somebody's going to bite the bullet. Who's it going to be? We'll have to find out. You get the Lux. Lux says, I've decided on the type of game I want to play. I want to cause as much chaos as possible. I want to watch as the Tika Ravu war burns their numbers to the ground. I want to watch the Pele women sitting together at Final Tribal. So Lux is either crazy or delusional or fucking wanting to play like a fucking madman or what. I don't know. She said she wants to play with chaos. She wants to destroy the other two tribes that are walking around, which is the purple tribe and the green tribe. She wants Orange to be the last tribe standing. The only people left from Orange in this game are Lux, Misfortune, and I believe Zeri. I believe Zeri is the third one. So let's keep going. Lux and Viego. I know it's definitely not Rise, right, guys? No, it's not Rise. That's Viego. Lux says, you have to hurry, Viego. Braum has been throwing your name around. He wants you gone, and I think he's gaining traction fast. I need your help. I can't trust MF. She's too smart. And Viego's like, thank you, Lux. Together we can take him down. We can find others who can see how powerful they've become. Viego and Lux seemingly working together. Then Lux goes and says the same shit to Braum. She goes, I'm scared that Tika will retaliate for losing Samira. Can you keep me safe? And he says, Tika is corrupted. Samira deserved what happened to her. The others will get what's coming to them. You're safe, Lux, I promise. Even after Viego, I want Zillion to be the next to go. So Braum is going to target Zillion, apparently, once he gets Viego out. And meanwhile, she's playing both sides, dude. She's a homewrecker. She's causing chaos. Look at this. She's fucking jumping around to both sides and talking shit to both players. Trying to get the war of Braum and Viego to tear each other apart. We get Gwen. She said, I've sat around for days, patiently sewing the threads of Viego's downfall. Everyone around here has slowly started to come around. Tonight I'll snip his hopes of winning and secure my own at the very same time. Oh shit. Okay, Gwen, I see you. Gwen wants Viego gone. So like it's kind of, is it Brahm and MF or Viego? Because those are like the three big names being thrown around. Zyra says, safety without power definitely worked for my benefit last night. Separating myself from misfortune and Brahm's radar was necessary. I'm sorry, Samira. If you're watching this, I'll make things right for Tika. So she fucked up by walking away last week. She used the safety without power advantage, which lets her get up and walk away from tribal council. But that means she can't be voted for, and she also cannot vote. So because she did that, she fucked over her alliance, and Samira ended up going home. But she saved herself. So now that Samira's gone, she does feel bad, and her goal is to separate herself from Misfortune and Brahm and find a way to take them out. So it looks like she might be rejoining the original Tikas, which could be hype. We might be getting a gang back together situation, you know what I mean? Like fucking the throwbacks. And now we have brand new tribal lines. It looks like we have Brahm's alliance of Brahm, Gwen, Misfortune, and Nyla. And you have the Viego alliance of Viego, Pike, Poppy, and Zeri. Over here we have the three sort of floaters that don't really belong to either the Brahm or Viego camps. You have Zillion, you have Zyra, and then you have Lux. So Lux is kind of causing chaos. Zyra and Zillion are looking for idols. So like it's really like interesting dynamics all across the board from all the different groups. We are done with confessionals and conversations for now. We're going to move on to the next part of the episode, which is the auction. And basically how the auction works is there's going to be these little wooden tubes out in the jungle. There's about 40 of them or 30 of them. And all the contestants are going to run around. They're going to have 10 minutes to run through all the woods and collect them like Easter eggs. Like you know, like when you go hunting for Easter eggs and stuff. Eggs on Easter, does that make sense? Saying Easter eggs makes me think of video games. It's fucking my brain up. You know what I mean though. Yeah, the Easter egg hunt. And so like it's like an Easter egg hunt, and you find these tubes, and inside the tubes there's an undisclosed amount of cash. So what you do is you put it on the little plate, right? I think you put them on like these little plates. You can only put one at a time, and then you have to go back and get another one. So people are running around the jungle, and finally you were gonna find out Zeri ends up finding the most money. She says, finding as much money as I can for myself and Samira. And let's go ahead and take a look at the board and see how much money everybody made. So Brahm was not able to find a single tube of cash, so he has no money. Lux has $280. Pike has $660. Oh, I didn't mean to move that. Pike has $660. MF has $440. Nyla has $580. Zillion has $500. Viego is $360. Zeri is $1,060. Poppy is $600. Gwen has $380. And Zyra has $640. So here's how the auction's going to work. Jeff's going to come out and he's going to propose an item. And everyone is going to have a chance to basically bid on the item. But here's how it works. There's only 5 guaranteed items. And there's an undisclosed amount of additional items after those 5. But here's the thing. If you have the most money by the end of the auction, then you lose your vote at Tribal Council. So somebody is going to lose their vote at the next Tribal Council. Here's all our happy contestants. We're going to go ahead and get things underway. So first item up for auction, it's going to be coffee and donuts. And the first person to spend all of their money on coffee and donuts is Pike. So Pike gets a nice iced coffee. He gets some big fucking donuts. You're going to get to eat donuts and iced coffee and be as happy as a clam. So Pike is officially he has no more money. He can't bet, and let's move on. Next one is going to be potato chips and an ice cold cola, bro. It's going to go to Zeri. Zeri gets that. Oh, not Zeri, Zyra, sorry. Zyra officially out of money. Poppy gets mac and cheese. Poppy's out of money. Zeri gets a margarita. She gets guacamole, salsa, and chips, dude. That shit looks fuego. But she spends all of her money on it. She spends 1,000 bills on it, so nobody else can order it. All right, so people who still have money: Viego, Lux, Gwen, MF, Nyla, and Zillion. Right now, if the game were to end, I think, have we done 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we've done 5. If there's any more food items left in the game, there were no more food items left in the game. Right now, it would be Nyla who would be losing her vote. There is another food item. Nyla is going to get buffalo chicken wings and carrot sticks and celery and shit. That shit looks dank. And so Nyla spends all her money. And right now, if there are no more food items in the game, then it looks like Zillion will be losing his vote. But there is another food item. Zillion spends all his money and he gets a coconut with fresh water, ice cold water in it. That's it. Sorry, pal. You don't get anything special. All right, so Zillion's officially out of money. It goes to MF, Lux, Viego, and Gwen. If there is no more food items left in the game, that means MF will lose her vote. But there is a blueberry pie. So MF gets a blueberry pie, whatever the fuck this thing is. It's a custard tart thing. All right, MF's officially out of money, and it goes to Gwen, Viego, and Lux. So there are no more food items left in the game. No, there is. Gwen gets a cheeseburger, fries, and a beer. It's officially Viego and Lux down, and unfortunately, there is no more food items in the game. Viego has lost his vote, ladies and gentlemen. So, because Viego had $360 left in the game, and everybody else is out of money except for Lux, who has $280, he had the most. He will lose his vote at the next tribal council. He will not be able to vote. Alright, today's challenge is a relay race with a puzzle. Pushing you guys to your limit after a grueling auction, one team will have the chance to compete for individual immunity. Alright, so let's go ahead and check this out. Here's how the tribe was split up. Half of them will get a chance to battle it out for individual immunity. There is 11 people in the game, so it is 6 on one team, 5 on the other team. We have 6 orange going with Zillion, Nyla, Viego, Braum, MF, and Pike. And on the green thing, we have Zeri, Poppy, Lux, Zeri, and Gwen. And let's go ahead and start this challenge in just a second. I want to take a ripper first. Well, who do you think is winning this challenge, guys? Is it Orange Tribe or Green Tribe? I'm gonna pack the bong. Hey, Joey. Viego just lost his vote. He lost his vote at the fucking at the auction. Vinny says Orange Tribe's winning. Yeah, Vinny, who's your favorite players left in the game? Like, if you had to give me a top 2 or something. Ervin's here. What up, Ervin? Yeah, perfect time. And we're smoking and we're watching. We're doing Survivor Runeterra. We're getting ready to do the challenge. Who's winning Survivor Runeterra right now, boys, if you had to call it? So, fun fact, I don't think there's a single... Right now, the jury is comprised of... Let me go back to the top real quick. The jury has an orange and a purple. There is not a green member on the jury yet. So that's interesting. We just went through the whole delicious looking fucking auction. I'm going to go through it one more time. So coffee and donuts went to Pike. Chips and cola went to Zaira. Poppy got mac and cheese. Zeri got chips and salsa and a margarita and guacamole. Nyla got buffalo wings. Zillion got a coconut with water. MF got a blueberry custard pie. And Gwen got a cheeseburger and fries with a tall beer, dude. Look at the fries are like pouring out of the plate on that thing, dude. That looks so fucking good, bro. Why does that cheeseburger look fucking divine right now, bro? It's got so much veggies on it. Look at that cheese. And that big ass beer. And it comes with ketchup too. Like, they literally thought of everything. I think Zillion has a chance of winning it all, dude. Yeah, the time traveling man himself, the guy who came back after being fucking voted out of the game. It's all about making moves and not disrespecting your tribe mates along the process. You know what I mean? Because if you burn those alliances, it might be really fucking hard for you to like actually get them to vote for you in the end or work with you in the end or any of that. So it's who here has the most friends, who here hasn't burned anybody, and who here has the cleanest gameplay, you know? Is this a tribe that's going to vote for a villain to win or like a total hero, you know? Cheers. Yep. All right, let the relay race begin. Nyla dives into the water for orange. Zeri dives into the water for green. Poppy struggles on the balance beam. Viego takes the lead. You thought Poppy would do good on this? She actually struggles on it, and it's Viego who's able to actually get the slight advantage on her in this challenge. Moving on, both teams are actually tied as they try to move a 1,000-pound snake or chameleon or whatever the fuck this thing is. It's super heavy. They gotta drag it off this platform down into the sand and through a whole entire maze. Once they get to the other side of the maze, it's gonna be Orange Tribe who arrives first to the puzzle. Pike is up to throw. It's a direct hit. Orange team takes the lead. So inside that snake were these sandbags. They unzip it, they take the sandbags out of the snake, and then they can whip it at the puzzle and knock it down, and then they have to reassemble the puzzle. So knocking the puzzle down first, taking a good lead, is going to be Pike. It is Gwen who is going to throw. She doesn't quite connect. They're going to go back and forth for a little while between Gwen and Pike, but it is Pike who is able to knock down his puzzle completely. And Zillion is going to come over, and Zillion and Pike are going to start putting this puzzle back together. Meanwhile, it is Gwen and Poppy who are working on this one. And unfortunately, it is going to be the Orange Tribe that wins. They're able to put their puzzle back together. And so those 6 on the Orange group are going to move to now compete for individual immunity, guys. So let's take a look at the 6 competitors. If you don't know who's on Orange, I can go back up and show you. Hang on. I'm like blind. Where to go? So the 6 competitors on Orange are Zillion, Nyla, Viego, Braum, Pike, and Misfortune. Boom, and here they are. Here's the challenge. A grueling final challenge for these 6 warriors. Last one to hold the sandbag above their head containing 25% of their pre-game body weight wins. So they're carrying these heavy sandbags. Especially someone like Braum, who is super fucking jacked, is carrying a very heavy sandbag above his head. And if you let go of the sandbag, that's the reason these wires are attached, is there's a bucket of water up here. And if you don't hold on to it high enough, if the sandbag dips too low, it'll trigger the bucket of water and it'll pour all over you. Super hot day in Fiji today. And the first person not able to make it is going to be Pike. Pike has to put his hand down. He's not able to make it. We got Zillion, Nyla, Braum, Viego, and Misfortune battling it out right now like warriors in Fiji. Let's put a clock on the screen, shall we? Hang on. I just want you guys to see how long they were fucking standing there. So right now, we're a good 30 minutes in. Why is this not? Yeah, hang on. Yeah, we're 30 minutes in right now, boys. When you get to 40 minutes in, it is Zillion who's not able to hold up any longer, and Zillion goes down. You get to the 55-minute mark. Braum is not able to hold it any longer. Braum goes down. And it is a challenge of Viego versus the ladies, Nyla and Misfortune. Who's it going to be? We get to the 90-minute mark. Or sorry, 1 hour and 30-minute mark. And it is going to be Nyla who can't take it anymore. And then, not even 5 minutes later, Misfortune drops as well. Viego is officially your winner of this individual immunity challenge, folks. And he says, losing my vote and winning immunity in the same day is truly something out of a dream. Let's hope I never wake up. Wow, this might be Viego's biggest episode yet, guys. Not only did he go to the auction and lose his vote, he also was able to go to the challenge and single-handedly win immunity. Not only that, did he have a bunch of conversations today with people basically coming to him and pledging loyalty. He made alliances with Zeri, Poppy, and he reforged his alliance with Pike. He's fucking cooking, boys. Even Zyra said she might be coming back to Viego's side. He might be gaining a bunch of power in this game all of a sudden. Sitting at the top of the pile is Viego in his core alliance of Poppy, Zeri, Pike, the 3 floaters, and then the Braum alliance. The question is, will the floaters side with Viego or will they side with Braum? And who is going home tonight, folks? Let's see. We got some more confessionals to break it down. I know. I'm sorry, Rooney. I know you wanted Viego to lose, but he fucking won it, dude. He won the immunity challenge. Probably dropped his hardest splash art I've seen yet. This splash art's fucking dope. Let's see if I can send this to Joey real quick. I can't send it. It's too powerful or whatever. Oh well. So we get a confessional from Poppy. She says, aligning myself with Viego because I think he gets a bad rap from his fellow tribe mates. If he's the loner of Tika, he's the one I want to work with. So Viego officially says the Forsaken Four, the strongest alliance in this game. So it's Viego, Poppy, Zeri, and Pike. Tonight we cut the head off the snake. Oh shit, they are looking pretty fucking cool in this photo, I'm not gonna lie. Look at them, bro. Look at Pike Darius. Look at Riven Zeri. Look at Galio Poppy, bro. Fucking, they looking terrifying. The Forsaken Four, bro. And Gwen says, he's like a cockroach. He just doesn't die. No matter what, we can still cut someone down like Poppy or Zillion. And Braum says, Nyla is worried Poppy has turned on us. She would be the safer pick considering Tika is still raw from losing Samira. In due time, we can take down Zillion. And MF says, Viego saved himself tonight. We need to rally up the stragglers and take down Poppy before she can help Viego. So they have completely recognized Poppy has basically flipped on them, and now they are going to try to get the vote onto Poppy since they can't take out Zillion. They're going to try to take out Poppy because they know that she's a turncoat, that she has flipped her alliance once again. She did this at the very beginning of the game. She flipped on Aurelia, bro, because she didn't like him because of the way Aurelia was acting. And now, episodes and episodes later, it is Nyla who she doesn't quite trust anymore and Braum who she doesn't quite trust anymore. And she has plunged herself into a brand new alliance. And the question is, can that alliance succeed once again? MF says, oh fuck, I didn't fix this. I knew there was one slide I didn't fix. Just ignore it. They did not find idols. that slide I didn't. I sometimes I'll copy paste the text box, and I knew there was one slide in here that I need to fix, and I scrolled through the episode right before we started, and I goes, oh, I must have fixed it. No, I didn't fix it. It was right fucking there. It's fine. So MF and Poppy have a conversation. She says, how do you feel about voting out Braum? I'm ready to finish off the men. And Poppy goes, he's a serious threat to win this game. This might be our only chance. So MF approaches Poppy, the turncoat, and she says, hey, how do you feel about taking Braum out? But if you have to see this look in her eye, dude, she's kind of just lying to her fucking face. She's trying to keep an alliance with Poppy in case Braum goes home tonight, or vice versa. Like, she's just trying to lie to her so that if the vote isn't who she thinks it is, at least she's not like, you know what I mean? She's not, she still has a chance to work with Poppy in this game if Braum goes home. You get you get MF and Lux, and she says, a Pele woman is winning this game. She says, I feel good about sending Poppy home tonight and weakening Viego. So they are coming after Viego now, like full force. It's not like this is a full-on civil war. And Lux says agreed. So Lux is all down for it. She's down to go help her old buddy MF because she wants a Pele woman winning this game. Something she has stated many times. Zillion's doing fucking big. He's doing like giant brain calculations. You know what I mean? He's like, I've been running the calculations. The majority won't last. Building a 3-way alliance, unifying the tribes with Zyra and Lux is my best option. Right now, we're the swing votes and have the most power in this game. So at the beginning of the game, he was like, I'm in the majority. Then he went off looking for idols, and he had that conversation with Zyra. And now they're all forced to go to tribal council. He lost during the immunity challenge. And so he's just been thinking a lot, right? And what he's starting to realize is it's these three that control the game right now. It's these three that have the most power because they're not 100% tied to anybody. And because of that, it makes them dangerous. It makes them super dangerous. And before the episode ends, before we go to tribal council, Zyra has now found an idol, guys. She says, Viego and I have had an uneasy alliance since the earliest days of Tika. Pike was a loyal dog who followed Samira until the very end. He'll do the same for Viego and I. Together, with Poppy's help, I think we can take down Brahm and MF. It also helps that I just found the idol. So we unlock a brand new splash art for Zyra. She finds her idol, which is going to keep her that is a huge thing for her. Also, when there are 6 or 9 players left in the game, she still has her legacy advantage, guys. I have to go get it because it's been an episode since we fucking talked about it, because there has to be 6 or 9 players left in the game. But because she hasn't gone home, she hasn't had to bestow it to anybody. It's just basically been sitting in her bag for fucking weeks. So who's going home tonight, guys? The episode's over. We're gonna go to tribal council and we're gonna vote. Will Zyra's idol come into play? Will the swing votes go left or right? Viego can't be going home tonight. He also can't vote. Viego can't go, Rooney. So what? Because Viego can't go home, are you assuming that you want Poppy gone then? You want to take out fucking his alliance? You want to take out his newly formed teammates? Rudy just chucked you. Fuck. Everyone wants Pike gone. We have the good guys, the bad guys, and the weirdos in the middle, dude. Honestly. Good guys, bad guys, weirdos. Let's go to tribal, shall we? Welcome to Tribal Council. Go ahead and grab a torch, dip it in, and get fire. In Survivor, fire represents your life, and when your fire is gone, your game is over. For one of you, your journey ends tonight. Viego with this nice little necklace right there. Here's the whole tribe. And, I guess I didn't ask a question at Tribal. I guess I got right to the votes. So let's go ahead and read the votes. If anybody has an idol he's like, Poppy, go up. Your time to vote. Everybody goes and votes. Sits back down. If anybody has an idol and like to do so. Now, if anyone has an idol and like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody plays an idol. So let's read the votes. First vote, MF. Second vote, MF. Third vote, MF. Fourth vote, MF. 4 votes Misfortune. 6 votes left. Fifth vote, Poppy. Poppy. 2 votes Poppy. 4 votes Misfortune. Poppy. 4 votes Misfortune. 3 votes Poppy. Poppy. 4 votes Misfortune. 4 votes Poppy. 5 votes Misfortune. 4 votes Poppy. 1 vote left. 9th person voted out of Survivor Runeterra and the 3rd member of our jury. Misfortune. Please bring me your torch. 9th person voted out of Survivor Runeterra. Misfortune. I'm not ready to say goodbye, she says. Viego's alliance has succeeded in voting out Misfortune, ladies and gentlemen. Even without a vote, The next episode is titled Line in the Sand. And it is going to be one of these 10 contestants that is going to win this game, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to be Brom, Gwen, Poppy, Nyla, Zyra, Lux, Zeri, Viego, Zillion, or Pike? Who's it gonna be, guys? Oh my god, what a good episode. I didn't get to do it last week because I was sick, and yesterday, I was like, okay, I can do it on Tuesday. And then I was like, if I do it on Tuesday, I'm going to leave myself no time at all to make the next episode. Because it's like about 100 slides an episode, or maybe 50, 60 slides an episode. It's essentially an art project. I have to post and move pictures, and I have to write up the dialogue, and write who goes home, and write the challenge, and who wins. And it does take quite a bit of effort. So I'm going to be doing the next episode next Wednesday. Okay, guys? We're going to do it every single Wednesday until there's nobody left in the game. When we get down to the final 5, I'll do the finale. We'll get down to the final 4, and then the final 4, and then we'll have a fire making challenge to decide who will join the final 3 when there are 3 players left in the game.